This is Autios. In November of 2023, I downgraded this account from an Ultimate Ironman to a regular Ironman with one goal in mind. I want to take on the biggest challenges within RuneScape and I want to obtain the best gear in the game. Follow along on my Ironman Progress series. Previously on the Ironman Progress series, we went and got our second Burning Claw after 2,717 Tormented Demons. After that, we went and did a cheese method of getting Divine Super Combat Potions by boosting up from level 93 Herblore, and all of this was in preparation to fight Yama. So while maging Yama is viable, melee is way better DPS. So a lot of people are doing this method that's called Dono Fly, where you basically run around the room in the final phase and you do damage. And if you're perfect on the timing and the tiles that you're clicking, you never get attacked by Yama. And because you never get attacked in melee range, that means he never spawns the orbs. It's a lot. There's methods out there. You can watch all those videos. First, I learned the Dono Fly method in a duo. But eventually I felt a little bit more confident, so I started doing the solo method, and I'll link the video to that in the comments below if you're interested in the method that I personally use. Now, because this episode is all about Yama, I feel like I'd be doing everyone a disservice to not talk a little bit about what Yama is for a second and what it drops. I'll make it quick though for those of you who are the Giga Chads watching this. So Yama is a new Demon Bane boss that's been added to Old School RuneScape. It drops Oathplate armor, which it sits between Bandos and Torva, but in certain situations it outclasses Torva due to its extremely high slash attack bonus. It's designed and intended to be a duo boss, but if there is a unique role, it's dependent on your contribution of who gets the drop. So basically, if you do 70% of the damage, you have a 70% chance of getting the drop. So because of this, obviously the drop rate is quite a bit more rare in duos. It's closer to 1 in 1200 per piece. Whereas solos, it's true to the 1 in 600 drop rate. The only downside is that obviously duos are a lot faster and solos are a lot slower and you kind of use more supplies. But for me personally, I found that the solos were more challenging. It kind of made me feel like I was more engaged, and I kind of just find solos to be more fun. Also, I really hate having to try and find a duo partner when I want to play. So while you can definitely make an argument that duos are better overall, personally, I'm going into this with the expectation that pretty much all my kills are going to be solos. All right, here we go. So it begins first. KC of the video, KC84, looks like we get some diabolical worms. That was so close. Oh my gosh, bro. I almost died and I just got Oathplate. Oh my gosh. No way. No way. No freaking way. All right, so let's take a handy dandy little look at our Oathplate chest here that we kind of just spooned. So if you compare it to Bando's chest, you get the same +4 melee strength. The thing that makes Oathplate really, really good is that +16 attack bonus. If you look at if you look at Bando's, you can see you don't get any offensive accuracy bonus, but obviously the Oathplate chest, you get a really big boost to your slash bonus. And then if we wield the Bandos, so you can see the difference on defense, you can see you get a big buff to your defensive slash bonus as well. So not only is this the best offensive slash bonus, it's also the best defensive slash bonus, which is really important when you're fighting something like Vardorvis, which whenever you take damage, it heals the boss and it attacks with slash. So needless to say, this is incredibly good. It's going to be outstanding whenever we go to kill Vardorvis and go for that Ultra Ring. But we're 1 out of 3, so let's keep grinding and let's get the next 2 pieces. First Oathplate Shard drop of the video. You love to see it. Alright, just in case anyone's out of the loop, let's quickly talk about these Oathplate Shards. So if you get 450 Oathplate Shards, you can make any piece of Oathplate. This is really good specifically for Ironman because it's basically dry protection. That means you only have to get 2 out of the 3 Oathplate pieces, and if you grind it out long enough, you'll get 450 Oathplate Shards to make your final piece. It still takes a really long time to do, but it is a really nice thing to fall back on if you only get 2 out of the 3 pieces. Well, that kill was really rough, but we were rewarded with 12 more Oathplate Shards. I'll take it. Hey, that's a new solo PB, 5 minutes and 1 second. We're definitely going to end up getting below 5 minutes pretty soon. I don't know how fast we can get though. CA, what did we get? Contract of Forfeit Breath. I don't think I have that one yet. If you're wondering what the heck is a contract is used to fight a more difficult version of Yama. It's basically used to go for the Radiant Oathplate. We're not going to be going for it for quite a while, but yeah, let's stock up on these while we can. That's got to be a PB. That's got to be sub 5. No doubt about it. 447. Very nice. Rewarded with the dossier with the Oathplate acquisition contract? No. Unlucky. Oh my gosh. It's a duplicate. Kind of sad, but there's another Oathplate piece on KC-123. All right. Damn it. Damn it. Do I have to upload that clip, man? Like, I can already see the comments now. Somebody's going to say I'm 2400 KC dry without a single Oathplate piece and only 12 shards in my name. I just want to say I'm sorry. I am genuinely sorry. But while we are on the topic of a duplicate, let's quickly break this down and discuss how we can break this thing down. So we can break this down into 50 Oathplate shards if we choose. So obviously, if we end up needing extra shards for a final piece, we might consider doing that. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind dropping this thing over to the main. It's worth 107 mil right now. Oh my gosh, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my gosh. I'm 2 out of 3. I'm literally 2 out of 3, bro. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. I'm 2 out of 3. I'm literally 2 out of 3. I'm literally 2 out of 3. Oh my gosh. I'm 2 out of 3. Oh my gosh. Well, here we are again. That didn't take long at all. Gosh, yeah, we got spooned again. I'm just going to make this quick. Let's just show this gives a plus 10 attack bonus over the knee. It's not face guard, whatever you call that thing. And it also gives plus 38 defensive bonus in slash, which is crazy. And then it also gives other defensive bonuses that are better than the face guard. So this is a pretty massive upgrade and actually looks sick AF. I think this set, not suit, I just think it looks so badass, man. Like, I've seen people on Reddit. I guess it's controversial whether or not they like the way this armor set looks. Personally, I think it looks freaking awesome. Like, I have Inquisitor 1A, and I think I have this 1B as my favorite sets in the game. Just saying. All right, I'm really starting to get my footing here at Yama, and I thought I would quickly just show you guys the method that I'm using because I feel like I'm at a point now where I've got it down pretty decently, so I feel like I can show it off. So what I do is I bank at Castle Wars, and I just get there by using my POH teletab here. But whenever I'm here, I pre-pot with an agility potion, a super combat potion, and an antidote. And you're probably like, why the heck would you pre-pot with an agility potion? I'll show you in just a second. But once we complete our pre-pot, which by the way, I have my left click set to drink on all 3 of these. That way I don't have to close the bank interface. So once I've potted, I teleport to my POH, and then I use my fairy ring here and my POH to go to DJR. If you missed it a couple episodes ago, we spent a lot of time upgrading our POH so that we could do that. And then once you're here, you go down this handy dandy rope into the Chasm of Fire, and this is where that agility potion comes in. I have 80 agility exactly, so if I sip an agility potion, I am boosted +3. I can climb down the chain, and then I'm right here ready to go into Yama. I am doing the method, by the way, where I am using my Soul Flame, Horn, and Elder Maul on my main account so that I can basically always have the defensive stats of Yama drained completely. And then just one more little tip of the iceberg thing that I've been doing is that because I do use Divine Super Combats, after each kill, I usually have, I don't know, maybe like a minute left on my Divine Super Combat because I tend to only use this about halfway through the first phase. Anyway, if I still have this running when I come back to the bank, I'll sip a Menifite Remedy. And the reason that I do that is that it basically, you lose the Divine Super Combat effect, but it immediately becomes a Super Combat. So then I can throw Preserve on, and that gets me typically through like the entire first phase of Yama. And then I divine as I'm killing the judge. So again, little tip of the iceberg thing, but it saves me some divine super combat potions, saves me some time, running around the entire Chasm of Fire, using that agility shortcut, and overall just speeds up the kills per hour. So yeah, thought I would quickly show you guys that. Very nice. We love to see the Oathplate Shards, baby. Very, very, very nice. Oh, cool. That's the new little clue scroll thing now that they are stackable. Kind of cool. Probably won't do it, but hey, kind of cool still. This is what the start of each kill looks like. I use Mark of Darkness, switch to my Ember Light, pull my claws out, and turn on my special attack. Then I start the fight on my main account, quickly hit my Soul Flame Horn, spec with my Elder Maul on my main account, and then I'll use my claw specs on Yama to start every single kill. So yeah, those claws are coming in handy. And then I kind of try to PK my main account as quickly as I can by letting him take all the damage, because you will occasionally only get 11 Oathplate Shards instead of 12 if your main account does enough damage, which is not ideal. Man, that kill was clean. Only one prayer pod, and look at all the food. And we got some more food. Pineapple pizzas. There it is. Some shards, baby. That's what we're after right there. 12 more. I think we have like 260 to go. Kind of clean little finish there. 532. We get the Demonic Tallow. Dossier. I'll take the Bloodied Blow contract. I've decided I need, because I don't have any of those yet, and I'm probably going to need like a lot of those, because I'm probably going to die a lot if I ever go for it. And then the shard acquisition would be great. Divine Severance. We already have, I think, quite a few of those. Sad. Ooh, it's a lockbox. Okay. Oathplate legs, obviously, would be the best thing I can get. Or just some shards. Just some good old shards. Yeah, that's what I like, baby. Let's go. Man, the KC are flying by. There is KC number 200 here at the Yami Mommy. You love to see it. We've had great luck here so far. Can't complain. So after 200 Yama KC, mainly being solos, we are 2 out of 3 on the Oathplate set, and we also have a duplicate piece. The RNG has just been absolutely stupid. We're sitting at around 170 Oathplate Shards right now, which is also kind of lucky for our KC. And then also we have the duplicate piece, which we could tear down into an additional 50 shards. So it's kind of like we're sitting at like 220 Oathplate Shards right now, which means that we only need an additional 230 to finish the set. So I guess you could say we're kind of like halfway through the grind in a way at 200 KC. I guess if we hit drop rate on the Oathplate Shard pieces from this point forward, we could finish around 400 KC solos, of course, which would be pretty lucky. Technically, I think this is supposed to take like 600 kills. So yeah, that would be a pretty decent little time save to get out of here 200 KC earlier than expected. Anyways, guys, I think that is going to do it for today's episode. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to drop a like and help me out a little bit with a subscription. We're closing in on 4,000 subs. So I would love to be able to hit that goal this summer if we could. Would be sick. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. We will catch you all in the next one. And yeah, that's all. Adios.